Yo, what is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man coming at ya from the Average Joe Sports Talk podcast and proud owner of Team Garbage Man from the MidTown Brigade Football League, Fantasy Football League, bringing you Week 12 recap. Without further ado, it was a sucky week anyway for me. I'm riding a 2-game losing streak, and I lost to, no disrespect to Vic, probably one of the worst teams in the league. It was a embarrassing win, and Team Vicious practically did what he was supposed to do, which is at this point in the game, all he needs to do is just be a spoiler. Definitely be a spoiler in this league right now because he has nothing to play for now. He is definitely spoiling individuals like myself because right now I'm fighting for my life to make the playoffs. I need to win 9 games, and this is a must-win. But Victor, Team Vicious, came at me. I mean, talk about a spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely the upset of the week. All right? Not only Team Vicious pissed on my bowl of Wheaties, but also took a massive dump on my playoff chances. And thanks all to Nick Chubb, who only got me 5.9 points. And Jamar Chase, 6.9 points. That right there, I just needed like 10 more points out of these cats, even combined, and I would have beaten Vic this week. He had one hell of a pickup in Hillard, who had 22 points out of his ass, out of nowhere. Man, it's probably the biggest upset of the season right now. And I was a product of it. Props to Vic. He did what he was supposed to do. I mean, right now, I am in trouble and in danger of not even making the playoffs with such a great squad. Debo out for 2 weeks. Hopefully, CeeDee Lamb is coming back. Next week, I got New Era, one of the best records in the league. Then the last week, I'm playing Team Brigade. I am facing the 2 top teams in the league for my playoff right here, man, for my playoff berth, but it doesn't matter. Congrats to Team Vic. He did what he was supposed to do. He kicked my ass. I can't complain about it. Moving on to Waiver Wire studs and Team Broadway. Man, for the second week in a row, Waiver Wire has been a stud. All right? He's played spoiler for the second time. I mean, he crushed some dreams last week. Now he just crushed Team Broadway's completely all his hopes and dreams of making the playoffs by eliminating him. Talk about the number one spoiler here. Waiver Wire studs, man. I'm telling you, it was a complete shellacking. 133 to 45. A-Raj, almost 35 points. And then, of course, Rob Gronkowski destroying it. Gallup reaping the rewards of not having Lamb this week. Look, for Team Broadway, I don't think he sacrificed enough chickens this week because, of course, he did not get the win. He's out of the playoffs right now. Waiver Wire, I'm telling you, he is playing the ultimate spoiler role. Like, this guy is gonna be. He should change his name next year to Team Spoiler Alert because he spoiled people's dream right now. And last week I forget who he played, but this week he did Broadway and practically kicked his ass out of the complete playoffs. Who do we have here, man? Now let's go to Maximus in South Florida, Spanish Ninja. I mean, Maximus is really just like me. Me and Maximus are practically in the same boat, losing right now to a lot, on a 2-game losing streak right now, and we are not doing great because we're both like playing ourselves out of the playoffs. Our teams are not responding. But Ninja came back this week, especially with the unorthodox combo of Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard. He played the starting running back in the handcuff. Hey, in great fashion, he went ahead and took this game from Max convincingly. I mean, the Dallas stack brought the win for South Florida Spanish, who's 6-6, well alive, in the mix of the playoff. Max is I believe he's also on a 2-game losing streak like myself, and we're really, really begging to get our asses kicked out of here. I mean, one thing I noticed about Maximus' team here is that, holy smokes, bro, his freaking bench looked like a graveyard. Nothing but empty spaces and plots of players. Look at Hilaire, Kyler Murray, Kirk, the Cardinals D. I mean, the man had so many people in the bye week that's not even funny. Hopefully he's turning the tide. next week. Hopefully not. I need him to lose and I need to win in order for me to make the playoffs. I hope the season ends today because I'll be making the playoffs and probably himself too. So this is pretty crazy, man. Right now, he's struggling just like I am. Tyler Heineke finally broke his bad quarterback play from the 2 previous weeks. All right, South Florida Spanish Ninjas, man, he is making it happen, making some clutch pickups and getting some wins. Now moving on to Galamod and Cut My Balls. And Cut My Balls is on a 2-game winning streak right now, making things happen. Cut My Balls is, like I said, putting himself in the thick of the playoff run. Definitely teabagging Galamod and a suffocating loss right now. And, Galamod just, I know Lamar Jackson had a really horrible game, but, Barkley, I would never trade Barkley for, a guy like Cordell Patterson and Connor. Who would do that, right? I don't think he drafted Barkley, but anyway, nobody showed up for him except for Mitchell and the Dolphins' crazy defense. In the other hand, Galamod, Matthew Stafford came back with a strong game, even though it was nothing but garbage time. But here in fantasy football, it doesn't matter what kind of fashion you get your points. It could be garbage time, it could be meaningful time, as long as you get the points. That's pretty much what fantasy football is all about. Henderson came back with a decent game. T. Higgins, that vulture, took all the touchdowns away from Jamar Chase, and he reaped the benefits of it, and I didn't. But hey, Cup is hot, 2-game winning streak. He's in the thick of it, and I'm telling you, man, he's definitely teabagging himself to the playoff. He's making a playoff run right now. A strong playoff push. Next, we got New Era against Team Cruz. Man, Team Cruz has been talking a lot of smack lately, but backing it up. Took me out last week, came back this week, and completely annihilated New Era. All right, completely annihilated him. And that's without Jonathan Taylor dropping 50 points. He did it in a well-balanced fashion. Hunter Renfrow out of nowhere with 22 points. Game of the year for Renfrow. Landry's definitely got to get these kind of performances. And Allen brought it home with Jacobs. Herbert had a nice showing for New Era. That was about it. That's it. I mean, New Era went from, New Era to the fucked era because it was a complete fuckless performance by his team. 85 points. Man, I wish I was facing him last week instead of this week because he's coming strong with Kamara, Madison. He's going to have a lot of firepower facing me this week. But look, Team Cruz is talking a lot of smack, but is backing it up. Definitely making a strong playoff push. And he's kind of a dangerous team right now. As much as I hate to say it, he's very dangerous right now. I don't know what to really expect, but this guy right now is look, he could go win the next couple games and myself lose the next couple games and not make the playoffs at all. Hey, it is what it is. But New Era is the second strongest team in the league, second best record of the league. Next behind Team Bring It. Bring It doing his thing. Leonard Fournette. He's had back-to-back highest points of the week. He is riding a burning hot 3-game winning streak. All right. Right now, the most dominant team in the league. I don't get it. You know what I mean? He's in week 14. Leonard Fournette, 45 points. Patterson, who we traded for Barkley. I mean, Galamod, come on, man. You could do better than that. Waddle had a career game. He had a lot of career games this week. All right. He even went with a double tight end with Gesicki and Andrews, but it didn't work that well for him this week. But he didn't need those points anyway. As a matter of fact, a crappy performance from the defense, he still had 184 points. That's how crazy his team is right now. Carr brought it through. Great pickup. And next week? You're going to have Patrick Mahomes and Connor is back. It's going to be and Hopkins is probably going to be back also. So it's going to be he is playing the strongest game. I guess those 3 games winning streak was just a warm-up for his team to get healthy, and now they're playing high. Listen, there's 2 games left in the season, all right? Right now, the standings are as follows. Galamod, Cut My Balls, and Maximus up. That's 7-5, tied up for first, with Ninjas right there in the thick of things. I mean, the next couple of weeks is make it or break it. Team Bring It is on top by 2 games over me and 3 games after Team Cruz. And New Era is up a game behind Team Bring It. Close, but again, anybody that's 7-5, I think the magic number needs to be 9. I got 2 tough wins in the next couple of weeks. We all gonna be very, 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 very crazy here. But let's go back here to next week. And these matchups are crazy. right here, a season depends on, for me, I have to beat New Era. Bring it. If it beats Cruz, Cruz is done. Those are the three. Those are the two big games that mean something. Right now, Cut My Balls can solidify his chances. Galamod and South Florida Spanish Ninja. The winner here puts himself in contention, and two teams are 7-6. There's a lot of storylines. Galamod and South Florida Ninjas is a very important game. Cut My Balls and Team Broadway. All right, Max has to win, just like me. Team Brigade doesn't have to win, but he could crush Team Cruz's dream, and I have to beat her. It is what it is. There is next week, this week coming up, week 13. It's called the must-win week. All right, for half of the league. Half of the leagues are still in contention. That's all I got for this week. Tough week for a lot of people, but guess what? Coming at you, New Era. I don't care how much of a strong team you got. Your boy's coming back because I'm making the playoffs. Your boy E-Man signing out. Thank you for listening. This was The Average Joe Sports Talk. MidTown Brigade, Week 12. Recap for the MidTown Brigade Fantasy Football League. Your boy E-Man signing out. Peace.